Alright, what up, tube? Early Saturday morning. Getting ready to start trying to mock some of this stuff up for the bumper. I want to shave the bumper, tuck the bumper in tight. So I have to figure some things out, figure out how I'm going to do it. But I'm going to get started by taking the tail lights out. Probably take the bumper off. I know I want to fill right in here. Basically, I'm gonna put some. I'm gonna put a rod right here to fill that area, just so when it's closed, it looks flush like this. It kind of moves away from it. So I'll fill that in, and then I also want to somehow get this filled in here. I want to get the bumpers here sucked in more. I want to put the bolts in, tighten it down real tight so I can get an idea of where I'm at with that. So, and then all of these, like this right here, these little bolt, they don't even have bolts to them. Trying to figure out, I'll figure out what these are. They may have bolts to them, but I want to get these shaved off. My thought is to basically take this the way it's turned in and to pull it out, straighten it out so it mounts basically flush to this before I start putting metal into it. See if I can do that. If I can, then cool. If not, then I'll have to figure it out. So just stay tuned. I'll be getting all that stuff together and bringing you some footage on that. All right, tube. All right, what up, tube? Coming at you. This is the rear bumper modification that I'm doing. I'm kind of winging it. I don't really know what I'm doing, but this is how you learn. Trial and error. Worst case scenario, I mess it all up, and then I go find me another bumper and learn from my mistakes. But the goal is to suck the bumpers in, pull them in and up, make it flow flush with the body. So what I'm going to do right now is I disassembled the whole bumper. I left, there's a bracket in here that holds the lights in. I left that in because this bolt hole right here that I didn't think go to anything is actually for a bolt that holds that in. Since I'm cutting down this way, I'm gonna have to shorten that bracket up anyway, so I'm gonna just leave it on so I can just cut straight through the bracket. So the goal is going to be to cut down this line here to take this part off, and then bolt the bumper back onto the car the way I would want it, and then get an idea of how much I need to take off on this side, take it off on this side, and then weld it back together. That will get it to flush in. It's on the other side, but right here. This also has the little bracket that's actually on the bumper, has this right here. So you can slide up and down, left and right. And so I'm gonna make my cut, make sure that, I got it all centered where I want, got it as high as I want, and then figure out how much I need to take out on this end, and then go ahead and weld it back together and see what I got. So this right here is, I believe, half of an inch, maybe. No, not a half, 3/8 of an inch, maybe. It is, yes, 3/8 of an inch. So double check that. Yep, 3/8 of an inch. So 3/8 of an inch. I think I only need 1/8 of an inch to get it to at least flush in right here, to suck in. So I'm gonna cut it, tack it, and put it together and see how it looks. If I need to take off more, I can always take off more. So just stay tuned and I'll come back with some more of that footage. All right, tube. So as you can see, got it cut open or cut off. And then basically I'm just gonna take it and see how much I'm gonna have to go in, make my mark, cut the excess off on that, and then weld it back together, and it should be good. As you can see, I still have to grind some of this down from what I added, but as you can see, it pretty much sucks up as high as I want. Now, as far as pushing it in, I've been thinking that one of the things that I'm going to do, got these gaps so tight, can't even grab nothing to open it. But what I think I'm going to do is the mounting bracket, which is right down in here. Very difficult to see, but the mounting bracket, I'm thinking about cutting that out and then moving it back some so it sucks the bumper up into the actual fender, and that will be, or the quarter, after I get this lined up, because then I can see how much I need to add on the bracket on the inside to push it in to get it to suck up. And I think that will do the trick on getting the bumper sucked up and tucked in. So yeah, just stay tuned too, and I'll bring some more of this footage, man. All right, tube, coming at you. I have this one sliced, took a little bit out, just a little minuscule that I took out. I'll show you what I took out, but about to get ready to do some tack welds just to hold it in. So I like the placement, and you can see the first part of it is done as far as sucking it in. It runs flush with the panel here. So I can probably get a little bit more in there, about right here. Probably get a little bit more. So we'll see if I can squeeze it. I still have some space I have to close it in, so that'll probably help out. But for the most part, that's the way I'm doing that portion. It's a big difference. See how that one sticks out over here versus how this one is flush. So yeah, tube, just stay tuned. It's coming along. Again, like I said, it's my first time doing this, so for my first time, it's looking good, and I don't have any references to go from. So yeah, just stay tuned, and I keep on bringing you some more of this footage.